Hey Tasha, thanks a lot for jumping on and having a meeting with me. Just to begin with, would you mind providing a brief overview of your business just to anyone that's listening in?
Sure. So I'm the founder of the Square Agency. We build custom coded Squarespace websites for businesses globally. And for working with you, my business was actually called Tasha Adobe Design Studio, which was my name. And I just felt like I was playing small in a way by not necessarily only having my business as my business name, but also just the niche that I was in. And I just wanted to expand as my coding and
Yeah,
design abilities was growing. I felt that need to expand my business, expand my team, and working with you just seemed like the perfect starting points to that.
thank you. I think you also glossed over official Squarespace partner as well.
Of
Shout
course,
out.
yes. So in the beginning of the year, I was approached by the UK Squarespace team to be the first Circle partner, and along with Sam Crawford as well, who's
Yeah.
a Circle partner with me. So we are two Circle partners in the UK and less than I think 15 in the world. So it's a super exciting opportunity, and also just spearheaded this complete change in my business as well.
And what would you say before working with us? You mentioned like wanting to change your business up. What were the main challenges you faced before working with SEO Space?
So I think a lot of designers fall into this pigeonhole where we all basically, Squarespace is such a niche community, and it's such a niche service to offer. So within the circle community, there's a lot of different courses, and all of us do the same courses, all of us learn the same different techniques. So we all kind of end up looking similar online, which is not bad. Obviously, there's recipes that work, but personally, I just didn't want to be pigeonholed into looking the same as every other designer. I didn't feel like it authentically connected to who I was and where I saw my company going. I didn't refer to myself as a freelancer since day one of starting. So to be pigeonholed into the freelancer space just didn't feel right to me.
Yeah. And hence the big transition from Tasha to the Square agency. And we'll
Yeah.
make sure that we link your site as well in the description so people can check out the new and improved look. And when you came to sort of discuss and chat with myself and SEO Space, what made us stand out from the other options? Because you said before we spoke to a couple of other agencies. What made SEO Space stand out?
So a couple of things. First thing, yes, I did speak to a lot of different marketers, just to really identify what exactly I needed in my business, because obviously I'm not coming from a marketing standpoint. I thought maybe I needed a marketer to help me with YouTube videos and blog posts and all of that. And as I was going through all of these different interviews I was having, it became clear that what I really needed was SEO and someone who really understood what I did. Because one thing that really frustrated me with all of these calls that I was having was every single marketer, and I probably spoke to about four or five before speaking to you, asked me, but do big companies need Squarespace websites?
Yeah,
Which is such a like, I don't really mean to be rude. It's such a silly question, because there are large companies out there that have Squarespace websites, and obviously
huge.
Squarespace is constantly growing, constantly like improving software. It's so easy for the customer to go in and use the interface after we've completely customized it. So I just felt like I was explaining what I did to everyone. And when I spoke to you, I didn't have to explain anything. You just immediately got it. You are within the world of Squarespace. You understand my needs completely.
And like this SEO Space as a whole has worked on now over 3,000 Squarespace websites, including that plugin. That's obviously our big USP. We understand Squarespace SEO better than anyone else. So I was obviously happy to work with you on that. And obviously as a designer, you cover arguably the most important part of a website that comes before us. So it was like really, really cool
Mm.
to start working together on that side. So you said the Squarespace expertise stood out. But what made you happiest about working with SEO Space?
I would say it's the fact that I mean, I can see you on LinkedIn and YouTube and everything personally, just pushing, pushing, pushing. And I felt like myself, as now the founder of what's now an agency, was also pushing, pushing, pushing. So I felt like our energy level was the same. We were pushing towards a similar goal. And just your knowledge as well, speaking to your team and your patience with explaining everything, the extra bonuses that also came along with working with you in terms of like little nuggets you would give in our calls and things like that. Yeah, I just felt like overall, just your knowledge was really good.
Yeah,
And like I said, the actual energy was also very aligned.
Yeah. And what would you say has been the impact on your business as you've gone through that revamp? How has SEOSpace helped with the transition that you've made and then going forward?
I felt like SEOSpace really helped in terms of, yes, you mentioned that the design is very important, but now I actually have more of like a skeleton and a backbone to my business in terms of SEO, proper content plan, proper content strategy, messaging strategy. So much came with just optimizing SEO. So in terms of like my roadmap going forward, I have a lot of clarity, which really helps as well. And then also, now that my business is actually set up in a way that I feel comfortable to charge higher prices, I am landing those larger clients, and I'm now able to actually scale my business and like not only work with freelancers, but actually hire people, which is really good. So my business is really taking shape and moving into the place where I really needed it to be before working with you. So that's good.
And I will say for anyone listening as well, Tasha is a great example of a client that puts the work in as well. You understood that you're doing this rebrand, so it's not like we're going to do a month or 2 months work and you're going to instantly get in those like the client deals, leads that you want coming through. It takes time and you're willing to put the work in. So any potential clients listening to this, just make sure you understand, especially if you're going through a transition, that it doesn't happen like that. Our package is now called Growth Copilot, the one you started, because we've both got to work together to be able to get the growth.
Yeah.
So yeah. And on that, if anyone listening to this wanted to learn more about the package and the service, how would you describe it to them, for those listening?
So I would explain this Copilot package as basically like a business partner for 2 months. Basically, our vision is aligned. We know exactly what to do. You handle your expertise, I handle mine, and we work together towards a similar goal. So it's almost like you're having a temporary business partner that is basically very sorry, I'm trying to think of the
hands-on, maybe.
Yeah
hands-on.
That's very hands-on and basically driven towards the similar goal.
And then just the final question, if someone watching this is sitting on the fence of working with SEOSpace, what would you say to them?
I would basically just say to get on a call with you or your team and discuss, what those doubts are basically. And yeah, they'll either be sold or they'll have some clarity on what they actually need to work on.
Yeah. We actually say no to about 40% of the calls that we have, not because they won't buy from us, but because they're just not in a position for SEO. So if anyone is listening, it's a discovery call. And it was very much with you and I, wasn't it? We chatted about the direction. And if we think we're a fit, we'll work together. If not, we've got the plugin, free resources, YouTube, the best place for Squarespace SEO. So something for everyone.
Yeah. And also on our call, I actually asked you about LinkedIn marketing. And you immediately said, I'm not a LinkedIn marketer. This is not, what I do. Rather speak to this person. And you redirected me perfectly, which is great.
Yeah.
So it was very clear exactly what you offer. Yeah,
what we do and don't do. Master of everything is a master of nothing, I guess. But yeah, Tasha, thanks a lot for your time. Really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to seeing how the Square agency continues to grow.
Thank you.